be exposing their kids the way they be doing on social media?
Yes.
And if so, within what boundaries?
Yes, put it like this, right? If your child's 13 years old and poses another 16-year-old, expose the fuck out of them, embarrass the fuck out of them because they're doing some grown shit that they shouldn't be doing. Period. If you exposing like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a safety issue. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of crazy motherfuckers out here and everything like that, kidnapping girls in them senses, you know, putting them into sex slavery and all that crazy.
Hide your wife. I think it's like, I think that I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if kids are doing that kind of stuff, I feel like there's something was broken already in their life. I feel like something ain't working. Whether it's they have too much privacy to begin with, or whether it's the old cliche of, well, where did they learn that from? You know what I'm saying? Something is broken. So like you see these videos where mom trying to show the world, look, I discipline my kids. But it makes me say, well, what were you doing in the steps that led up to them twerking on fucking TikTok? Like, what were you doing before that?
I mean, it could go two ways. You can say it go two ways. It's either, you know what I'm saying, it could be an inside influence or it could be an outside influence. Just like how we were talking about last week with the whole cutie situation, you know, about the Cuties movie. Depending on whatever the outside influence, I'm saying, outside of whatever the influence is, because you know you have these mothers that have kids at an early age and are basically growing up with their kids.
Right.
You know, so in time when you have, so there's gonna be a time where if you have a mother that's basically 15 years, 16 years in between their kid. Basically gonna grow up, they're gonna kind of listen to the same music, they're kind of gonna be into the same thing, and eventually, when that kid's 20 years old, they're gonna be going out to the club together.
So do you think it's mom's fault that little girl was on there twerking and showing her little nanny? Did you see that video?
No, I didn't see it.
Did you see it, Key?
Nah, I didn't see it.
There's a video with the mom whooping the daughter who's in the back seat, and then they showed the little girl's, I guess, TikTok or Snapchat. And the little girl was, she's maybe 9, 10 years old, and legit had on like spandex, showing her little thoti in spandex, was twerking, was bending over a bed and acting like she was getting back shots. Like, all of this shit. The little girl was legit doing that.
No. My faces.
So the mom was whooping her ass on Snap online. So I don't know. It makes me go, I don't necessarily say, hey mom, you taught her that. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like you did something wrong for her to even be able to do that in the first place.
Yo, it's like to the point where you gotta have a talk with a motherfucker. Like to the point, like, yo, where did you learn that? You know what I'm saying? Like, where did you see that at? Because at the same time, it's like, yo, I see videos of mothers, right, posting their little girl saying, doing whatever camera, whatever shit, I'm saying, recording their daughter dance in a certain way. It may not be provocative, whatever like that. And you hear, hey,
yeah.
Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cut that shit the fuck out. It's like, yo, for me, as I'm saying, me as a father, I don't have a daughter, but for me as a father, it's like, I would not encourage that behavior, I'm saying, whatsoever. If the girl's 6 years old, let her be 6 years old. She shouldn't be, she shouldn't be posing a certain way, you know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be popping or dancing, any type of thing like that. I'm not gonna encourage that. But when you encourage that, it opens the door to other things. So it all depends on what she's seen or what that little girl experienced. If she's doing awesome shit like that, there could be a question of, is there any type of sexual abuse, anything like that? That's a big step. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't think it's ever okay to expose your kids on social media. I think that causes like forward trauma, and it's just fucked up. Like whatever happened, whatever that child did, you're supposed to deal with it, beat them, talk about it amongst your family. You can tell your family you whooped his ass, but why would we record it? Why would we go live? Why would we show anybody any of that? That's just not. I don't think that's cool. And then I think making comments on your child's page, like It just depends on what level it is. Like if they took a picture that you didn't approve of, I think that you got to deal with that again with your child. You got to parent with your child. I think you can make certain things if you want to be embarrassing, if that's your role. But me personally, I would handle my child with like as my child in my home, not exposing them on social media because they're going to be disciplined regardless. They'll tell you that they don't have a phone or it'll be gone or I'll have the phone or whatever it is that happens after that. If they're 13, if they're 16, whatever the case is, or if they're 8 and I got to beat their ass like that, hell no. That's an internal issue, sweetheart.
I think the exposing the child exposes the parents.
Yeah.
So I think that exposing the child, it makes me think one of two things. It makes me think, one, the only reason why you're doing this is to prove to the world that you discipline your kid.
Mm-hmm.
And two, the other thing, the reason why you're doing, the reason it makes me know that you don't know how to, it makes me think that you don't know how to properly discipline your child, which was what led us to where we are right now in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And at the same time, a lot of parents need to stop looking for fucking viral moments. That's another. All these parents and everything like that trying to expose their kid on some funny shit, or if it's on some, I'm saying, or if it's on a little discipline shit. Stop trying to look for a fucking viral moment to fucking saying, I'm saying by exposing your kids. That shit is fucking whack. I hate that shit.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
It's like a trauma thing. Like you don't expose your kid even before it was like social media. Like the other thing of exposing kids would be like just like the way you would talk about, you know, like if you got in trouble in front of friends or family and they would do it in front of everybody versus taking you to the back of the room to beat you, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna beat you in front of everybody. Like
Time out. If you act up in front of everyone, you get your ass whooped in front of everyone.
I
believe in that.
Like if you walked in the room, that's different. If you walked in on something, you're gonna handle it. I'm saying if you found out about something, you're gonna bring your kid in front of everybody and beat them in front of everybody before social media.
I remember at one point in time, I was scared of Miss Butter Andrews. I was scared to death. I remember one time, I forgot, I was talking on the phone. We had to be like 5th grade, 6th grade. We was talking on the phone. I was talking on the phone with D. D got a little smart. D's mom didn't like it. D's mom whooped his ass, and she said, "Tell him I whooped your ass." And D's like, "I got whooped." On the phone, I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, I was for him. I was scared to hurt for him. She's like, "I hang up the phone. I go, bye." Yo, I was like, am I gonna see my friend again? Like, what the hell happened? That shit traumatized me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's traumatizing at certain times. To the point
listen. I remember.
But that's why I don't think you should ever expose kids. Like I just think, like, you know, before social media it was wrong, and then during social media it's even worse. Definitely people are looking for their 15 minutes of fame to go viral, like Kylie said. Like that's just corny. Like just don't do that. And exactly like you said, Demario, it exposes the parent. If you got to go that far to say, watch me discipline my child, I bet you they won't do this. Even the like cutting their hair, like making them girls, like that's traumatizing. That's embarrassing to your kid. Like, and then to you as a parent to have your child have to go out there and look stupid because you allowed them to have these stupid behaviors instead of teaching them and understanding. They're going to continue to have those behaviors. They're freaking kids. Like, no, it exposes the as parents. Some babies having babies. Like Kylie said, they're 15 in the club with them now, whatever.